Good afternoon, viewers, and welcome to our channel. My name is Hon.Japheth and Happy New Year. We are glad to have you today. And today we have our MP, Honorable Japheth Nyakundi, who is also the party treasurer for UDA. Karibu sana mheshimiwa.
Thank you so much.
Briefly, just tell us who Japheth Nyakundi is, your background, just a bit.
Thank you so much. My name is Japheth Nyakundi. First of all, viewers, I want to thank you for the new year, and I want to wish each and every one of you a happy new year. As you've heard, my name is Japheth Nyakundi. I'm a young, vibrant leader. Currently, I'm the member of parliament for Kitutu, Chache North, and I'm also very lucky to be the national treasurer for this great party called UDA, a very young and vibrant party, the ruling party of Kenya right now. Japheth Nyakundi is brought up in Kisii, born and brought up in Kisii. I went to school in Kisii, then later on I went to university in the USIU University of Africa here in Kenya. And look where I am right now, the UDA treasurer and the member of parliament for Kitutu, Chache North.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa. Briefly also, when did you realize that you wanted to join politics?
Thank you. Back in 2012, I was assisting a friend of mine who's currently a colleague by the name Patrick Osero to when he was running for MP seat. Apparently, he wasn't successful, but later on, I started following the current president, Dr. William Ruto. That was about 2014. Any rally he used to go, I used to follow him back. I go where the Wananchi are, listen to him. I had a lot of passion for him. 2014, then around 2016, he gave us an opportunity to run the campaign in Kisii. Me, together with Anthony Kibagendi, who's right now a member of parliament in Kitutu Chache South, Esio Kenyuri, who's also lucky to be a senator, nominated senator, and a friend of mine called Kevin Onyancha. So that is how we started. And back then in 2016, when we started, when William gave us an opportunity, I also thought of running. But I think I was not ready. But I did a couple of activities. I was assisting in church functions, fundraisings. We went there with Sonko, Eugene Wamalwa, and the current governor right now, Governor Sakaja for Nairobi. I thought about it, then I said no. I don't think this is the right time. So I left that at that stage, and then now I started afresh. I campaigned for William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta back then because I had so much passion for politics. So William gave us the current president, Dr. William Ruto, gave us an opportunity to do the campaign. So we ran the whole of Kisii, Nyamira, and part of Kuria, and Moses Kuria, the Mbele Ikosawa. So after the elections, some of my friends were lucky. William Ruto, the current president, who was the deputy president, called us, the three of us, me, Kibakendi, AC, and Kevin Onyancha. And he gave us an opportunity where AC got to his office, Kibagendi also got to his office. I'm a businessman, so I decided to venture into business. Then later on, I started my journey for politics from there. He held our hand, and look where I am right now, current member of parliament for Kitutu Chache North.
Well said, Mheshimiwa. As a youth leader from Abagusi community and region, what would you say is the biggest challenge facing the youth, and how are you addressing these things, the challenges, and how are you going to avert those challenges given that opportunity?
Thank you so much. Yeah, the challenges that are facing the Kisii community youth are the same challenges that are facing the rest of the Kenyan youths. And I know most of the youths have got into drug and substance abuse because of depression, because of joblessness. They have gotten themselves into drug and substance abuse. But as a young leader in Kisii, we are trying to make sure that we create job opportunities for the young people through maybe like my CDF. Let me use a good example of my CDF. My CDF, 90% of the people who are doing the jobs, the renovation of classes, the construction of classes, the construction of the ICT hubs are the young people. And I've managed to put the young people into groups, like into groups, so that they can be able to do these jobs, because not everyone can do the big contracts, but the small ones we put them into groups. There are others who are making the window, doing welding, making the windows. There are others who are doing painting of those classes. There are others who are doing the masonry work. There are others who are doing the plumbing works. There are others who are doing the connection of electricity, and the others who are doing the iron sheets and the carpentry work. So we are putting the youths together in my constituency, and I want to advocate to other members of parliament who are within, and other leaders who are within Kisii, to be able to put these young people together, because these young people, it's only that they have not gotten an opportunity so that they showcase what they have. But if we are able to put the young people together, and we're able to put them together, they can be able to do something, and we can be able to get them out of joblessness. And another way we can also assist the young people, especially in Kisii, is to help them do business. And by that, we have the Uwezo Fund, we have the Youth Fund. Right now, we have the biggest one called the Hustler Fund, and we want to thank the President, Dr. William Ruto, so much for coming up with this Hustler Fund. You saw the other day, there's a person from Kisii by the name Ondieki, who was able to borrow about 1.7 million by now. You borrow, return, you borrow, return, you borrow, return. By that, you are able to increase your limit. And I want to advocate to the young people that we are with them, we are considering whatever they want, and we will assist the young people from Kisii more especially, to make sure that we create jobs for them, and we also give them an opportunity. If there's an opportunity to help them, like right now we've seen the president has the bilateral talks, bilateral agreements between Kenya and Saudi Arabia, between Kenya and Canada, and you've seen he advertised some jobs for young people who are able to get jobs outside. So I also want to tell the young people from Kisii, if these opportunities come, don't lie low, just grab this opportunity. Any opportunity you get, kindly take it and run with it.
It is said that Africa invests around 30% of the annual budget, of the Kenya's annual budget, or about 150 USD. This one is meant for educating, training the youth, but only 30% of that of the youth join the workforce, and 70% they remain unemployed. What are you doing in your capacity to make sure that that gap is limited or is brought down?
Okay, thank you so much. What you've just said is very true. For sure, Africa has invested about 30% of its investment in education. Even when you look at our country right now, the president and the Kenya Kwanza government has invested a third of its budget, about 630 billion, in education, more especially in higher education, the JSS, the CBC, so that our students can, so that we can be able to get a good product out of the education sector. Take a good example, the TVET. Right now, even in the current supplementary budget that we did, we increased the TVET money by about 5 billion. We increased the scholarships and help by another 20 billion, because we are conversant of the education. We want our kids to study, and we want to make sure that we get the best out of it. And for sure, in Africa, I think Kenya is the only country that has the best skilled labor. And that is why, as you see right now, we have the bilateral agreements between Kenya and Saudi Arabia, between Kenya and Canada, so that we can be able to export the skills that Kenyans have. Another thing that I can say we are doing as a legislature, as a member of parliament. My work is to bring up laws that are going to support the young people, laws that are going to support the country, laws that are very good for the country. As a legislature, we passed laws the other day. A good example is the law on ICT. The law on ICT helps us to build ICT hubs in every constituency. Currently, we are going to build about 1,450 ICT hubs. 1,450 ICT hubs. That is a magical number because in this country we have about 1,450 wards. So these 1,450 wards will be across the country. And out of this, we have the Jitume program that is running. Our young people can be able to go and learn how to do digital jobs. And out of these digital jobs, we're able to employ our young people to work outside the country, but when they are within the country. We have Philippines, we have India, which are very good with, which are giving us a lot of jobs in terms of ICT, and they are among the best countries that are providing the digital jobs. And you've seen with these digital hubs, one will only take between 4 weeks to about 8 weeks to learn. And in the process of learning, you're also earning. You're able to get a salary of between 25,000 Kenya shillings up to a tune of 200,000 Kenya shillings. So with that, we are going to create a lot of employment. And out of that, that is why you see that in the ICT, we are building about 100,000 kilometers of fiber optic. We are doing about 25,000 Wi-Fi hotspots, so that these young people who do the digital jobs, who go to learn about the digital jobs, can get Wi-Fi so that they can earn a salary out of it. So as a legislature, those are some of the laws that we passed. Another law that we passed is the housing levy fund. You know, most of the people are castigating the housing project. Someone says, I have my own house, I don't need a house. Let me ask you, these Kenyans who are outside here, so many millions and millions of Kenyans who are outside here, they don't have jobs. If we are able to implement the housing project, and this housing project was not started by William Ruto, by the way. This housing project has been there ever since 1963. During Kenyatta's time, the housing project was there, but it was never implemented. Kibaki came up with it, it was never implemented. Uhuru was there, he tried it, it failed. Even in the Azimio coalition, led by Raila Odinga, he had this agenda of the housing project. It failed. But with William Ruto, he has said this thing will not fail again. And I assure you, if we manage the housing project very well, it will employ millions and millions of Kenyans through artisans, through carpentry, through masonry, through plumbers, through name it all. And out of this, I'm telling you, we are going also to go into manufacturing, because as you've heard in the finance act that we passed the other day, we said, the president said, and we passed, that we are not going to import furniture anymore. We are not going to import cement anymore. We are not going to import steel anymore. Out of not importing cement and steel, that means the production of cement in the country will go up, and our people are going to be employed more in these industries. What we are missing in this country is industries. And what we are trying to build, so that we bridge the gap between the employed and unemployed, is creation of industries. And this is the only way we can go, by creating industries. We'll have to get more cement. Our youths are going to be employed there in the factories. Our youths are going to be employed in the housing programs. We are going to have more steel. Our youths are going to be employed there. We are going to produce our doors locally. Good example is the Pangani housing. You saw the people who are doing the construction in Pangani were the ones, most of them, who got the houses in Pangani. Those who are doing the painting work are the ones who got houses where? In Pangani. those who are doing the mercenary work are the ones who are employed in Pangani. So the housing project is a big and massive thing that is going to create job opportunities to the young people, that is going to create job opportunities to the young people. And I advocate that let us support the housing project, because our young people will leave the joblessness, and will out of that will remove our young people from the drug and substance abuse, because they'll have jobs, they'll own houses for them also to live in a good, comfortable environment.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa. Mheshimiwa, as part of the leadership of the party, of the ruling party, let me put it like that.
Yes.
What strategies...
Thank you for correcting yourself.
Asante, Mheshimiwa. What strategies and programs are you implementing at the party to ensure youth voices and aspirations are captured in party plans and programs?
Thank you. Currently, there are so many programs. The other day we had the Women Congress. Very soon, tentatively, I don't want to give the date tentatively, but very soon we are going to have the Youth Congress. Personally, I'm a young person, I'm a youth. And being a youth, I want to, first of all, thank the President so much because of believing in me as a young person. And I want to thank the Deputy President and the entire NEC for believing in me as a young person and giving me an opportunity to serve in this great party. You know, it's not easy for a first-time member of parliament to serve in a great party, the ruling party. So I want to thank them most sincerely for believing and trusting in me. As a young person and in the party, the UDA party is advocating for youth in leadership so much. And as you've heard most people say, we have a school of political school for William Ruto, because most of the young people who are supported in this country are supported by William Ruto. He is the only leader I know in this country who has supported the young generation. And that is why I'm here today, to also make sure that we have programs. Like right now, we are partnering with the SMEs, and we are partnering with SMEs, the Youth Fund, the Wezo Fund, and the Hustler Fund, to make sure that we give the young people funds so that they can be able to do business. We are able to give the young people, the young people are given, we have the 30% jobs for the young people living with disability and women. And as young people, once they get maybe a business, they are given an LPO. We as Kenya Kwanza, and as UDA, we help them to make sure that they get funding so that they can be able to do the business that they want and return the money back. So as a party, we are making sure we also mentor the young people. That is why we have the Youth Congress, so that we can be able to sit down and talk to the young people so that we know their problem. We teach them about leadership. We have several programs on leadership that we are going to run across the country. And we want to thank the President because of giving us an opportunity to run these programs and make sure we support the young leaders who are coming up from MCAs, the members of parliament, the senators, and the governors. So as a party, we are going to make sure that we support the young people to make sure that they also become good leaders, they achieve the ambitions that they have in leadership. And I want to call upon every young leader outside there. We are going to have our elections very soon, around, I think, in April. I want to call upon the young leaders and the young generation. Kindly come out and ask for these elective seats. Don't sit down back at home and wait for someone to tell you, get out of your house. Kindly come out. This is your time. They normally say, they used to tell us that we are the leaders of tomorrow. Kindly, we are not the leaders of tomorrow. We are the leaders of right now. Kindly come out, ask for these elective seats. You will be voted, and that is how leadership starts. And we as the UDA party, we will mentor you, we will teach you, we will show you how politics is done, because there is someone somewhere called Dr. William Ruto who held our hands and showed us how leadership is done.
Speaking of the Youth Congress, There are young youths out there, young leaders who are afraid to still venture out, like
Yes.
coming out and showcase that they are leaders. So, as a youth leader already in politics and also in the ruling party, what advice are you going to give them to come out, not to be in that shell?
Thank you so much. Personally, I was very scared of leadership, and I was not even ready to vie in 2022. But I remember one day we went to Karen as Kisi leaders, and we were there, the likes of Osoro, the likes of Mangi, the likes of some guy called Chache, and William Ruto stood up and said, "You are the leaders of Kisi, and you are the ones who are going to spearhead the UDA party in Kisi." And I looked behind, and back then William Ruto was the deputy president, told me, "Stop looking behind, I'm talking about you. You are the leader of Kisi. Go take these positions." Look at me right now. That is the day I decided, a month to nomination, went for the nomination. I won the nomination. He held my hand. He came and supported me. I want to tell the young leaders of this country, don't be afraid of yourself. Come out. This is your time. Take any single opportunity that you see and grab it. Because there is nobody who will come and tell you to come out of the house. There is nobody who will come and tell you that you are the leader of tomorrow. Ama, you're the leader of right now. No. I tell the young people, you have an opportunity, you have a chance. Don't be scared of anyone. Whatever you want in life, you will get it, as long as you put your mind there and you have the right mindset and always chase your goal. Anything that you want in life, make sure you chase it. Don't be scared that somebody will say this. Don't be scared that you don't have the resources. Just take the bold step, put your first foot forward, and I'm assuring you that all will be well, and anything that you want in life, you will get it.
Last but not least, Mheshimiwa, one word for that young Nyakundi in Kisii or Mombasa or Kakamega. What one word would you give to that young person who is looking upon you?
What I'll tell the young people of this country is, number one, never lose hope in life. Because if you lose hope in life, that means your dreams are shattered. What I want to tell you is, wake up, dress up, and show up. Never lose hope, because once you lose hope, everything in life is shattered. I want to tell you to always wake up, dress up, and show up, and things will always be right.
Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa.
Thank you so much.
Viewers, we've come to the end of our interview. Thank you so much. You can still follow us up on Facebook and Twitter, and also in YouTube. God bless you.